Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Before we start, hit the subscribe button below. Take you 1 second. Thank you very much for doing that. Okay, today we're going to do a password program and we're going to log in, and if the user chooses the wrong password, we get access denied, and also it will print out a message at the end showing the login attempts that have happened. So let's start off. So I'm going to create a password, and the password is going to be equal to ASD123. Okay, just that will do. That will suffice. And the message here, we're going to create a little list to store the message in. So the message is going to be the login attempt. So if people try to log in and they use the wrong password, then it will be stored in this list here, and we'll print it out later for the user to see. So we're going to create our first function, which is called enter password. So this is the first function here. So we're going to do entry, and that's going to be equal to input. This is where the user is going to input their password. So enter password. So that's plain enough, so the user can see that. So the user enters the password in there, and now we're going to go on to the conditional statements using if. So if entry is equal to password, we're going to do something. So if entry is equal to password, we're going to print the user a message saying that access granted. Whoops. Access granted. Okay. And then we're going to click check message log. Okay, so this check message log is going to be another function that we're going to create underneath this in just 1 minute. Okay, now we go on to the else if entry. So what the user typed in up there is not equal to password. We're going to print something else. Access denied. Okay, so if they get the password wrong, it's just going to print to them access denied. And then what we're going to do is message dot append the entry. So whatever the user typed in here, the wrong password, it's going to be appended to this message list here. So it's going to be saved there. Okay. And we're going to put enter password. So if you don't get the correct password, it'll just take you back to the entry again, so you can enter the password again. We're going to go down and create our next function, and the next function is going to be check message log. Okay, so we're going to come down here and we're going to create this function. So define check message log. Okay, so I'm going to call this entry 2. So entry 2 is equal to input, and this is where we ask the user to do something. So I'm going to ask the user to check the log. Okay, check the log, and we got yes or no. So that's what they do. They get the option to choose Y or N. So I'm going to create a conditional here. So if entry 2 dot lower here is equal to Y, which is yes. Okay. Right, before we go on, I put dot lower. So what this does, anything that's typed in here, so if it's typed in uppercase, it will be reduced to lowercase so Python can understand it. So let's say, for example, I'm specifying Y in lowercase here. If I didn't put this on, if I just used if entry is equal to Y and somebody typed in uppercase Y, that would throw an error. So now everything that's typed in here will be reduced to lowercase like that so Python can recognize it. Okay, so if entry2.lower is equal to Y, and I'm going to put another if statement here, a little bit of a nested loop here. So if the length, this is also if the length of the message, is greater than 0, okay, and I'm saying this len function here means length, so it's saying if the length of the message is greater than 0. So remember when we appended login attempts here to the message here, which is the list. So if the length of the list is equal to 0, which means there's something in there, we're going to print it out. So we're going to print a message to the user first of all, print login attempts. Okay, so these are going to be the login attempts and message. So it's going to print out the message, which will have the login attempts in it. And now we're going to go down onto our other statement called elif. So elif, oh dear, that's wrong. Elif entry 2 dot lower is equal to n, which is no. We're going to do something. We're going to print let's say what message will quit the program. We'll quit the program, and then we're just going to do the quit, which will quit the program basically. Okay, so we've got everything there. All we have to do now is call the program, and I'm going to call the program by this here, which is enter password. So I'm going to type in enter password. Okay, so let's enter password. I'm just going to drop it down onto the next line, make it look a little bit neater. Go there and save it. Okay, let's run the program now. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So enter password. I'm going to enter some wrong passwords first of all. Okay, access denied. Let's try it again. Access denied. Let's try the wrong password again. Access denied. And let's have a look at the other password. I've forgotten it. ASD123. Okay. ASD123. Okay, access granted. Check the log, yes or no. So I'm going to check the log. I'm going to see what people have been doing. Okay, so we've had these login attempts here. So these are the login attempts that we've had. So there you go. Bob's your uncle and Fanny is your auntie. But before we stop here, we're just going to check out this. So I'll just close the program again and let's run it again. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to type in, let's say ASD123. Okay, so access granted. So that was the correct password. So check the log, yes or no. No, I don't want to check the log, so I'm going to type in N. N there. Okay, so we'll quit the program, and there you go, your program is still running. Do you want to kill it? Of course I do. Okay, so there you go. I hope that's been helpful, and remember, give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, it'll take you 1 second. Thank you very much for doing that and supporting the channel, and I will see you in another video. Bye bye.